Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are welcome to Married and Single Connect. Today, I'll be sharing with you on a topic captures habits that can win your relationship or marriage. Habits that can win your relationship or marriage. Number one is lack of support. In relationship or marriage, both partners should feel like a big deal to each other. There should be a mutual support. When support is absent in marriage, it can create distance in the relationship or feelings of not important or not relevant in that relationship. And support is diverse. One of the areas that can support your spouse is emotional support. This talk about when your partner is going through some trauma, giving a kind of a words of encouragement to heal them from their trauma. When your partner is going through a difficult season, maybe they lost a loved ones to them, be with your partners, offer a word of encouragement, a word that will make them to be healed is kind of emotional support. Maybe your partner is pursuing a personal goals. Maybe they want to start a new business, they want to further their education, or they have a personal dream that they want to pursue it. Giving them a word of encouragement that you can do it, you can do better. If other can achieve it, you also can achieve it. You can achieve this goal, you can achieve this dream. It's also part of emotional support. Another areas of support is practical support. This is when your partner is pursuing a particular goal or is furthering their education, giving them a kind of maybe help them to do some house chores is part of practical support. Maybe giving them financial support, maybe offering a money for them. Okay, use this money to support your dreams. It's part of practical support. And that example of support is celebrating wins. Maybe when your partners they are doing a birthday ceremony, they are doing a graduation, they buy a new car, they buy a new house. Celebrate those things with them. It's part of celebrating the wins, part of support that can help your relationship or marriage. When you do not acknowledge the success of your partner, it's like you do not take them for who they are. It's like you are taking them for granted or you are undermining their success. So another way you can offer support to your partner is that don't let the support be imbalanced. When your partner is assisting in one way or the other, you also look for areas that you can use to pay back, so that they will not be feeling that you are taking them for granted or they are the only person that is contributing to this marriage, that is contributing to this relationship. The support should be mutual. It should not be one-sided. When support is one-sided, it's the unhealthy relationship. Another habit that can ruin your relationship or marriage is what I call uncontrolled anger or frequent misunderstanding. Uncontrolled anger. Another habit that can ruin your relationship or marriage is uncontrolled anger or frequent misunderstanding. Research shows that couples that have frequent misunderstanding, they are at risk of divorce. Another thing is that frequent misunderstanding in the house will rob you of enjoying happy marriage. I know that anger is natural for everybody to get angry when they see something they do not like, but there is a way you can go about it. You can be angry and not sin. You can be angry and not destroy your own. You can be angry and not hurt your partners. There is a way to go about it. Don't fly up. Don't be outburst about everything that your partner did to you. As a matter of fact, when you are expressing anger all the time, you are creating a kind of holes into your partner's heart, even if it's not even okay to your own mental health. So uncontrolled anger will ruin your mind. If you have anger, you should go and work on it. Go and deal with it. Anger will ruin your relationship at the long run. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. Another habit that can ruin your relationship is lack of responsibility. If Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 says, two are better than one. If one fall, the other one will raise him up. But woe unto him that is alone. So one of the importance of marriage is that so that you can assist each other. So in marriage, both of you should have something you are bringing to the table. Both of you should be responsible. When wife is dependent on her husband to bring financial support to the marriage, at the long run, that marriage it will be imbalanced, because when the husband does not have the money to provide again, maybe they are broke temporarily, that can be tension in the house. because I'm the only one that is doing this, I'm the only one that is doing this. So they're now releasing unnecessary anger, which can create toxic atmosphere. So both of you should have something to bring to the tables. Both of you should have something to bring to the table. Both of you should work for the finances of the marriage. And that lack of responsibility is that when there's only one partner that is doing all the house chores, or as a man, sometimes you can assist your wife in doing some house chores. And if you cannot assist, hire someone that you can do that job for her, so that the load of house chores will not be on your wife alone. So find a means to make sure that both of you are a responsible spouse. You are responsible. You are seeing to each other well-being, emotional well-being, financial well-being, mental well-being, and spiritual well-being. So lack of responsibility can ruin your marriage. So as a man, take responsibility. Be the priest of your home, and be a good father to your children, a good father to your children. As a wife, be a good priest in your home and be a good mother figure to your children. Be a good wife figure to your husband. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus Christ. It is irresponsibility as a married woman to not make sure the house they eat balanced diet. It is irresponsibility. Nobody will do that for you. You are the one to ensure that your family is well fed. I'm not saying you should eat outside what you have in the home, but there is a way you can prepare a meal and everybody will be satisfied, and there will not be imbalance in your feeding. The Lord help us in the name of Jesus. And that habits that can ruin your relationship or marriage is lack of restraint or lack of boundaries. Lack of restraint or lack of boundaries. Boundaries will help you to safeguard your marriage. Boundary will help you to safeguard your marriage. One of the importance of boundary is that it will reduce the feelings of being taken for granted, of being taken advantage of each other. It will help you to have mutual respect for each other. And there are some areas that I've highlighted that can be boundaries around. Number one is time boundaries. That is agreeing on personal times versus couple times. That is, you should understand that from time to time, you may need personal time to yourself as husband. You may need personal time to yourself as a wife. So you should understand your personal times for each other's. Create a personal time so that you can have that time to refresh, to relax, to study, to meditate, to think about your life. So you should understand that there is a time for personal time and there's time for couples times. So you should create boundaries around that. There is also emotional boundaries. That is respecting each other's feelings without judgment. That is, when you raise a suggestion, you should be able to handle that suggestion as a recipient of that information, that in a way that it will not hurt your partners with your response. So there should be emotional boundaries. That is, you cannot talk to each other anyhow. Even if you don't like what they say, there is a way to go about it. You not just use anyhow vile words to each other's. So there should be emotional boundaries. Another areas of boundary is communication boundaries. Deciding on how to handle conflict respectfully. Both of you should decide how to handle conflict respectfully without judging each other, without condemning each other. That is, when you have misunderstanding in this house, how do you resolve it? How do we resolve it in a way that it will not break our home, it will not break our marriage? So you should have communication boundaries. Another areas of boundary is social boundaries. That is setting limits on friends or opposite sex relationship to protect your intimacies. There should be boundaries around that. You should respect your partners when you come to opposite sex. That is, as a married couple, you cannot be chatting opposite sex at all hour. It's wrong. It's a sign of disrespect on your partner's side. That is, you should not be using some word that is meant to be using for your spouse. Either your spouse is there or when he or she is not there. Like for instance, now the word like "I love you," it should be reserved for your partner. It's not any word. It's not a word that you can throw out for anybody. That I love you, baby. No, it's wrong. For using such word to opposite sex is very, very wrong. That should be social boundaries. Another areas of boundaries is financial boundaries. Being transparent about money, decision, and agreeing on budgeting. That should be transparencies. Your partner should know your income. They should know your worth. Don't hide financial information from each other. One of the major things that has caused divorce in many marriages is money or money related issues. So there should be transparencies in the areas of marriage. The Bible makes us understand that Adams and Eve, they are in Gardens of Eden, and both of them, they are naked and they are not ashamed. That talk about transparencies. So there should be transparencies in the room. Don't hide your income from your spouse. Your spouse should be know your income. They should know your income. That there should be joint budgetings. I've done a video regarding that, the finance in marriage. So go and watch my videos on finance in marriage to get more details about financial boundaries. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. One of the importance of boundaries in marriage is that boundaries in marriage, it promotes mutual respect. When you set a boundaries in marriage, it will promote mutual respect. It will prevent resentment because you know the do's and don'ts in that marriage to prevent unnecessary angers. So when there is a boundary in place, you know that if I do this to my husband or my wife will not be happy with it. So you now know how to respect him or her, so that there will not be a tensions to them, so that there will not be feelings of being taken for granted. There will not be resentment or toxic environment. So another importance of boundaries in marriage is that it encourages healthy communications. When you set boundaries around communication, it will help you to treat each other with respect when you are talking, and not just use anyhow words to each other. It protects individual identities. When you set boundaries around communication in your homes, it will protect your identities. It means in marriage, two individuals become one unity, but does not mean losing your personal identities. In marriage, in marriage, two of you have become one flesh, but that does not rob you of your personal identity. That is, you have your visions, you have your own dreams. Your dream and vision may be similar, but it's not the same thing. Nobody was given the same visions. So there should be boundaries around that. Another importance of boundaries is that it supports conflict resolutions. When you have boundaries in your marriage, it will help you to decide, okay, when you have disagreement in this house, how do we resolve it, and which will protect your home from falling apart. The Lord bless you in the name of Jesus. I believe you must have learned one or two things in this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to follow me if you have not followed before, and don't forget to recommend this video for your friends and family. God bless you.